Zay told me he sent some shit, so we're working on some amen shit. Yeah, uh, club in the morning, off like 2. Sip champagne when we talk about views. Ain't cut like us, we stuck in the trap. Steak ain't rare, so we sending it back. All of my brothers are rare, can't cap. The money was quick, now we sending a few. I'm down by the 100, we starting to shoot. I hit 21, just watch how we move. PR in my blood, no, I ain't no thug.
All right. Now that we got to know a little bit about Bobby, let's talk about the world. Let's see what's going on in people's minds these days.
Yeah, man.
I don't think none of us are, but I can't just assume. EBTs, they're
Dang,
coming
what do
to
you
an
mean?
end. They're coming to an end. Then I have a conspiracy on top of that. Okay. Most Americans, they're on EBT. Okay. The war is just around the corner. So if the government says, hey, we're gonna stop giving you money, but we know where you can make money, it might be shifted one way. So do
I'm
you guys
so confused on that question. What is
okay? So EBT is money given by the
that?
government,
Uh-huh.
but the government needs people in the military right now. So I
Oh.
feel conspiracy only is cut them off of the money that they're getting for free and force them to make money, but our way, the government way. Any thoughts? Do you guys know anybody on EBT?
Well, look,
It's one closer than he believes. Someone in this room. I'm not gonna say who.
I don't actually think the government's cutting the EBT. They're cutting a special program that was enacted during COVID, like basically an extra assistance that people were getting. So that's gonna come to an end real soon in a couple months.
In March.
But I don't think most people are on EBT. One of the things that I can tell you is I think in the future, what we're gonna have is something called universal
Hell yeah, basic income.
universal income. So
UBI.
I think that's what's gonna happen in the near future, probably in our lifetimes.
I said the same thing to someone recently, and they didn't believe it. Like, I think we're headed towards just how AI is taking over, and all these things are happening in the world. They're gonna have to do something, and I think someone already figured it out, right? I think that what was that? That older guy he wanted what was his name? Sanders. He said like if you take a cent out of every trade in the stock market, 1 cent or a couple cents, it'll be able to fund that every transaction that happens. It'll be able to fund UBI.
Well, look,
Universal basic income.
money is really just meant to be an exchange of energy. So I think that's always going to be a thing, and that's why we're going to have that universal income, so that there's got to be something, whether it's digital, crypto, whatever you want to call it. There's going to have to be that exchange, that like almost like a middleman. But I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing. I think it's going to allow for people to do the things that they love to do. Right now, we live in a world where like most people, go to a job that they don't like. They do something that they don't enjoy. And most people, for the most part, have an idea of what their passions are, but they don't know how to make that into like a job and earn money off of that. So in the future, in my opinion, I see that people are gonna first discover what their passions are and use their passions to contribute back to humanity, whether it's like, hey, playing music out on the block, doing some art, playing soccer, getting competitive, I don't know, all the good stuff that we want to do,
It was crazy. I think that that's possible. I feel like back in the day, maybe that idea was kind of far fetched, but I think the way that we're headed, I think that's and that's what I am excited about for the future. Because before, I've been, like you said earlier, Bobby, like I've been kind of like not angry at what's going on, the world, everything that's happening in politics and all this stuff, and it could be so simple, but there's these big businesses that are in control of every aisle, and it's controlling everything in politics, and it's just like this cycle that it's continuous. And I felt like I lost hope, like you said earlier. I lost hope in the world and in society for what it is, but I see a speck. I see that in the near distance. I see it, and I'm hopeful for it. I was sad about it back in the day. Remember when I was younger? I was talking about Illuminati. This is nothing's gonna happen. Everything's the worst. But now I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm getting excited about it.
You know what's funny? You always bring, not that you said it a lot, but it was something that you brought up to my life, like the Illuminati and all this New World Order, all that stuff. But I want to say that sparked me wanting to do more good in this world. So I think ever since like I was a little kid, I wanted to become president and all that stuff. But like hearing that kind of stuff like was fuel. So I just want to thank you, Joel.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But
for sure. And manifestation, bro. Please tell. I don't know if you speak it a lot to people, but manifestation and putting your dreams, like how you made that box back in the day with the light, remember? And you had your car on there that you wanted, and you took it to the next level, bro. And like, how much of those things that you got that you wanted, that you know, manifestation.
Poster boards. Right?
Yeah, he did the poster boards. Yeah.
The vision boards.
vision
I called it the vision light
yeah,
box.
yeah.
I still actually have it in my office.
That's
but
awesome.
Joel was the person who introduced me to the documentary The Secret.
Yeah.
And dude, when I watched that, something just clicked. I remember watching it, trying to explain it to someone else, and they didn't get it. I was like, you know what? It's cool. I understand. And you actually know when that was? That was back in 2012, like around that era.
Yeah.
When I first became a teacher. Because I applied to become a teacher in a time when there was no teaching jobs. No joke. There's no teaching jobs. It goes like a wave. It happens to nurses, all kinds of different careers. Right now, it's happening in the public sector where like there's just not a lot of people that we can find because,
like police officers. There's nowhere to be found. Right
yeah, it's exactly. It's a wave. And so because of the wave, there was no teaching jobs and all kinds of people are like, yo, why are you going into teaching? There's no jobs right now. Like we're telling you, there's no teaching jobs. And I remember like a week before like the school was actually going to start, I was at a basketball tournament up in Newbury Park, and I was chilling in my car, dude. I was a little sad, a little depressed, and then I was like, nah, man. Joel introduced me to The Secret. I'm like, there's a way for me to become a teacher, and so within a week, like from that thought, I ended up calling up one of my former volleyball players whose mom was a teacher at CI High School, and I was like, hey, can you ask your mom maybe if there's any jobs that they're hiring at CI? Boom. The next day, they end up calling me and say, "Hey, can you come for an interview?" And I showed up and I got the job.
Damn.
Just like that.
Just as a switch. It's just a switch, bro.
It's the way you think, for the most part.
Yeah. And do you tell a lot of students about that, or like, cause I don't know, do you tell them about manifestation and your vision boards and all that?
I was teaching entrepreneurship for some time, so I don't normally teach about manifestation or the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. I really just think it's you just having faith that you're gonna be okay. Like that's power to me, having faith. I was doing an activity with my students where I was like, hey, look, we're gonna attract something to our lives because I want to show you and prove to you that you can get what you want in life. So I had all these students. No joke, dude. I think I had like 12 students in my first entrepreneurship class. And I told them, let's just start off with something small. But man, there's always this student that wants to, do something real big, right? And it's not like it was even that big, but his thing was like, I want to get $100 this weekend just because I just want $100. I wanted to just show up. Yeah. And so on Monday, this happened on Friday when we did the activity. I had them like close their eyes and visualize it. And I was like, hey, just feel comfortable. Monday shows up. I want to say about 3/4 of the students got what they asked for. No joke. Yeah. And he got his $100. And he's like, yo, Mr. Martinez, I think this is like some witchcraft. I don't want to be a part of this. Like, but his story was his parents actually went out over the weekend, and I guess they said they were going to go, I don't know where. And they gave him $100 and they're like, hey, $100 for you to eat.
Survive.
Yeah. And he was tripping out. He's like, my parents never give me $100. I just got $100, and I don't even think he spent the money. I think he just ate whatever was at the house, and he kept this $100. But everybody got what they wanted. Like somebody asked for like a green hat, super specific. He got his green hat.
Shut up. That's proof right there, bro. Did a lot of people start saying like, okay, I want to do this next or anything bigger? Did you, yeah? Yeah,
but after the students said like, yo, this is witchcraft and all this stuff, I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be doing this at school. Yeah. But I really think it's just getting into that frequency and kind of like attracting it. Kind of like, like if you think of somebody and sometimes they call you back. Sometimes I wonder, did they call me because I thought about them? Like, how does that work? But I think there's something like another level of reality that people can tap into and attract into their lives. I don't really know if it's called the law, if it's really like the secret or law of attraction or whatever it is, but it's something.
We're all humans, right? We're all connected. We all got the same thing running through us. So that's not far-fetched.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. So what would you attract?
Money makes the world go round. Like I was going to mention, like the ghetto version of manifesting is fake it till you make it. Because that's your manifestation of, I'm going to fake it till I make it. So keep in mind, there's different versions, verbiage, whatever you want to do. But for me, it's just make money, because money doesn't buy happiness, but it'll buy it for a little bit or get you to the next step.
What was the question? What was it again?
If you can attract anything, you can manifest anything, what would that be?
Oh, yeah. If it was anything, it'd probably just be like how we were talking about earlier, just like a better world, like just being able to everybody just do what they want and just be happy. Like kind of like COVID at the moment. Like when COVID, you got to just chill and you're like, damn, what do I do with my time? Like, oh, let me do some gardening or let me start working out. Whatever. People had bad times at that time and some people had good. I had a good experience. I got to do what I want and got to, create. I wish it turns like that again. Like it was just like a peaceful time. People were walking at the park more and they were just like, but it was at a stressful time. So without that stress.
No, yeah, COVID was definitely like a negative, but then there was also a lot of positive.
Yeah.
And if I had to answer that question, it would actually be something intertwined with both. Because, for me doing that activity, like I think a lot of people want to ask for money and manifest. But what I tell my students, at least when I was doing my entrepreneurship class, because I only did that activity once, I didn't want to do it ever again. But I tell my students, I'm like, don't ask for money. If you're going to manifest anything, money is external. All right. And it's cool. Yes, it's great. But what you really want to manifest, in my opinion, and this goes out to all of you guys listening, you want to manifest a better version of yourself. That's really what you want to manifest. Someone that can, do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Because you might not be that person right now, but you can become that person. And that person will be who you are for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I start crying. I was about to say off of what you're just saying right there, like, I forgot the question. I forgot where I was going with that.
What are you going to manifest?
No, manifesting, but it's just like people want money, but like, right, is that really what you want? Or you want money to help your family and they can be happier? So is it really money? It'd be like seeing your mom and dad happy. So it's finding the right thing. It isn't just the money, but if it is money, what is it that's the money's going to bring that's going to help out everybody in your, is it going to bring health? Is it going to bring XYZ? Like figure out that part instead of like, oh, I just want money, which takes a little bit more time to manifest because it's has to come, but you have to know what you want, right?
Yeah.
You have to know exactly, even though you feel like all this shit's going against you, doesn't mean like the framework isn't working towards you. The bad thing that happened might be the right thing for the next thing to happen.
To kind of sum it up, is almost like if you're asking for money, it's like getting fish for the day versus learning how to fish where you can eat for the rest of your life. So
we're inspirational.
What are you manifesting 2024? Comment down below. We'll be right back. Artificially Genuine.
That was the most manifestation fucking conversation we fucking ever had, bro.